Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4. We're playing as Bulgaria with the, ooh, look at this, the Battle for the Bosporus DLC loaded in. Spanish Civil War has kicked off, and it'll be interesting to see how that shakes out. The United Kingdom are going, ooh, there we go, worker strikes are done, are going fascist. They're supporting the black shirts, so that will change things a fair bit. Great Purge. I don't think there's anything else crazy happening anywhere that I know of. Yet. Mostly we're going to have to deal with a lot of our own internal issues because Bulgaria starts in a pretty rough place politically speaking here. Oh, interesting font changes. I think this is going very well for the nationalists. And it'll still be really interesting to see what happens when a few other factions show up. Okay, whoa, many things just happened. It is 36, so it's too early for the 1937 level of technology. I think we will want fuel refining. We don't necessarily need it right away, though. Not a doctrine being worked on. Let's start on artillery tech, actually, because we want to do artillery things, and we don't have any of it. Let's unlock some support companies. I want to not get too far ahead of time on things. There's things we know we're going to want a recon company. I think we're going to be low manpower, so we're going to want a field hospital. We may as well research it now while there's no ahead of time penalty. That was us getting the Expand Sofia University done, which gave us the extra research slot, which is wonderful. Now, I could go to negotiate the rearmament right away and hope to unlock that, but I think we can wait on it. We might want some more. We might want some more stuff over here. That's a lot of infrastructure, and then here we get more infrastructure, and we get some steel production, which is really, really nice. The mineral extraction is going to have to wait until we get excavation 2. This does give us a civilian and military factory right away. I mean, I know it's really airplane themed, but we still get a pretty good production boost on those. On the other hand, the sooner we start down here, and do these, we can run those. We can work our way up to the Spanish struggle if we wanted to. Oh, this is only if current ruling party is communist. That's we're never going to be communist in time for this to be relevant. I mean, there might be a possibility for some sort of crazy rush. We do have a communist... Where is he? Communist revolutionary available over here. I don't know if we're actually going to need him. So yeah, I'm a big torn. Normally I do go for the industrial boost right away, but I'm actually wondering if some of these political things might be worth it. I don't know. It seems too good to pass up. 2 extra factories. No, I want the industry going. Yeah, I'm going to get this for the 2 factories, and then we'll go all the way to steel plant, and then we'll go political. I don't know if that's a correct decision, but it's the decision I'm going to take. There's probably some sort of really sweet optimal build order we can do with something somewhere. Alright, there's no way for us to justify wars or anything yet. I could start a spy agency, but it feels like that... I mean, I know it's only a month worth of our 5 factories, but it still might hurt us too much for now. Service overseas, you're devaluing the franc, we have no information on you or you. China declares war on communist China, okay. That is a thing that is happening. Wow, yeah. I think the nationalists are in really good standing now. It's mostly going to depend how much land is going to flip to the Arnickists or the Carlets, if they fire at all. We shall see. Troops chilling over there. I mean, do I want to start some stuff? I don't know. We have no infantry equipment. We could still spend some of it, but we have none of that in here. What we'll probably do when we do get some military factories, we want to ramp up our infantry equipment production a little bit. A little bit. We might want to start a trickle of planes. We don't even have real plane tech. Alright, superior firepower. I'm going to keep working down here. It takes a long time to go through all these doctrines. And they're not time gated, they don't have years to limit them. So by spending some research over there now, we avoid running into a bunch of ahead of time penalties in other places. We may as well sink it there. We're nearly in 37, which means we can do the next level of industry tech. Yes, industry tech. All right, airplane repair facilities. there. That does unlock a thing. No, we're just going to go here to steel plant and then definitely going down the political tree. This time for sure. Yeah, I might be able to avoid having... We're going to see. We're going to see how much, like, daily communist support gain we're going to need to mess with. Fascist United Kingdom. I don't like the idea of having disparate communist blocks, although most likely the wars will eventually meet up. So I could go and grab the Communist Revolutionary now. But maybe what I'll do is I'll grab the Captain of Industry first. Let me do that. We're really going all out on industry rather than politics here. I'm hoping we can get enough daily communist support through other ideas and things. We'll see. We might just pick them up later. We'll see how it goes. Only decision here would be to repress. We're not going to be doing the royal visit. In fact, that'll go away at some point. Nothing for us to mess with over here. Towed artillery is now in. We're now in 37, so I definitely want to grab the next level over here. Let's grab the transport industry. That's going to be okay. Autosave. Still no manpower. Oh, Spain. No idea how that's going to shake out. Alright. Yeah, there's nothing for us to do over here. We literally cannot train a unit. It's not allowed. We can't change templates. Our templates are... They're actually not bad as a starting place. You know, some of them have, like, 8 combat width, 12 combat width. We're closer to 20, although if we're going to want to do artillery, we might pull out one of the infantry later on. We will see. Oh, Soviet Union are doing purges. And our national rail lines are ready to go. Yeah, we're going to go do the steel plant over here, which is going to be good because we have the shortage of steel, and that's going to compensate for some of it. And then, yeah, politics go crazy. So, construction, oh, that's nearly done. I think we're going to keep going on civilian factories. We have the 80% over here. Let's just queue up a few more in Sofia for now. Okay. We're ramping up our industry pretty quickly, actually. Recon company, considering how few we started with, it is actually going pretty quickly. I do like the logistics company. I don't know if it's going to be irrelevant over here, because where we're going to be fighting, I don't know if we're going to have as much of a logistics problem, because I think the infrastructure will be a little bit better than in some areas. The mountains are going to be hard, but overall okay. And I don't know if we're going to be cramming that many troops in the area. We're going to go and get construction level 2, and we're going to get improved machine tools as well. Good. Our equipment production rates are still pretty bad because we do have the army restriction, although it is interesting that it's basically balanced itself out right now because of concentrated industry, but it's still, you know, could be 25% better than what it is now. Agrarian popularity rising in the countryside. Unacceptable. Is it, though? The National Agrarian Union is illegally carrying out a propaganda campaign across the rural areas in the country where thousands of farmers are being manipulated to distrust the government and join their ranks. Well, distrusting government might be a little annoying for us. The agrarians particularly criticize the warlock policies of the past, which brought ruin and humiliation to Bulgaria, striving to find slight similarities with those of the current government to generate discontent and uncertainty. We do have the ability now to repress the Agrarian Union, but that's not what I'm looking to do. It does increase the popularity of democracy, lowers our stability, which sucks. But I'm ultimately going to want to integrate them into the government, is going to be my plan. The Nazis are going to get fully repressed, but the other 3 parties, we're going to try to integrate them and see what we can do with their help. I mean, we're going communist. It's really government for everyone, except Nazis. Maybe... yeah, let's go. I'll do a shift click on this. It's going to burn through some of our equipment, which we already don't have. But let's generate a few points of army experience so that when it comes time, if we can at least have 5 or 10, so that we can make a slight change to our divisions, that will be pretty valuable. So there's a little fuel consumption. We can get a tech for that at some point. The steel plant in Kopernik is coming up. Mexican junta declares war on Mexico. Mexico is likely to have 2 civil wars, right? Very hard to avoid. Very likely to have 2 separate civil wars somewhere along the way. If the junta wins, and if the nationalists win, and if Britain continues, I mean, they've gone black shirt, there's going to be... Oh, they've actually already changed their government. I didn't realize it. They are officially fascist. Huh. There you go. Yeah, it must just happen. There we go. Because Canada is breaking away. Australia is breaking away. Our steel plant is in place. Oh, I do have enough. I could go and increase here. Oh, I want it bad. No, I promised I would go... Yeah, we're going to go over here. We're going to oppose the world dictatorship. The world is becoming more fascist. The way the people have to respond to that is by becoming more communist or something. Polish-Romanian alliance. Oh, the Hindenburg didn't crash. Okay. So not in a faction currently. Huh. Unknown focus over here, yeah. Naval bases. Track access capital. Yeah, but they can swing a lot of different ways. How isolated are we going to be? Oh, there we go. Marco Polo, but anarchist uprising. There we go. That's going to shake things up a little bit and slow down nationalist Spain, potentially. Or they'll just roll over them as well, and that's just going to be bad for the Republicans. I think the world is going to be unbelievably fascist. We're... Even if we're not in the common term, you know, we could, you know, take opportunities when the common term's in a war to piggyback on that. Usually that, you know, the wars tend to be merged up long term anyway, so that's likely all that's going to happen. Even if we're not part of the common term. But we may have to. If this becomes a giant Axis block, that might be too much to deal with, and we will have to truly unify our forces. We will see. I mean, we're already going down the communist branch, so we'll see if we become independent or common term. And we can play it by ear. But Yugoslavia is going to be a big question over there, too. I wonder if I should start influencing them. You know what? Let's create our spy agency. I will keep the default name. Done. I can't pronounce it. But we're going to keep it because presumably it's historically accurate or something like that. So we'll get a spy going. And we'll see if we can shift Yugoslavia over to be communist. Alright. That's working. Oh! What did I get that gave me... Oh, right here. Reduces ahead of time penalty for 2 years and a research bonus. Yeah, alright. Concentrated industry. Sure. Right, this would be way ahead of time. And no good. Maybe I'll just pick up the radio now. We're going to want it at some point, especially actually some of the spy stuff. So we did lose Amelia Earhart. So we don't have the Hindenburg and her, which can lead to a particularly interesting event. I think if Germany puts the Kaiser back on, and that... I think it's... We had a government idea called Dobry... We had a government idea? Okay. Oppose the royal dictatorship. Done. So yeah, Tsar Boris has now got a political power gain. He's still the head of the government, but he's being actively opposed. If we appoint communist ministers, we unlock another captain of industry and the ability to repress the National Socialist movement. Not this. We're not actually going to be able to take the decision to do it, but it is going to make a lot of countries like us a lot. So none of these give me, like, communist support per day, and here we can't do it unless we've got 30%. I don't think we have to rush this. I'm going to condemn these, because that seems like it's going to be pretty useful. Oh, there we go. We can start running these things. Yes, we're going to allow broad socialists to do speeches. We're going to try to integrate them into the government as quickly as possible. That seems great. Okay. Yeah, I think that's going to be really useful. Carlos! And our spy agency's been created. We're going to get an operative soon. I don't know if I'm going to rush to build any of these yet. Yeah, let's keep our factories for now. Now, okay, that's very interesting. There they spawn. This actually might end up to be good for the Republicans. We've uncovered a Zveno plot. Okay, so the Zveno... Well, let's read this. Reliable sources have informed us that the Zveno members who have already publicly criticized the regime on other occasions have recently contacted a number of military officers. Although we do not know for sure what these meetings were for or who the officers they have approached were, there's no doubt that the suspicious movement by the Zveno is part of an obscure greater scheme. So we could expose further, which lets us move towards repressing the Zveno. If we don't deal with them in time, they might have a military coup. Now, we can avoid the coup if we integrate them, but I don't know, we might be able to rush that. Maybe I should have started with this. That's fairly expensive. It can show a conspirator. No, we're going to investigate, because I think we have to delay the coup. We're not going to discredit or repress the agrarians. We're not going to discredit or repress the socialists. And apparently I'm not going to repress the Zveno either. Oh, I can do a joint act with the Broad Socialists. Yes, let's keep working on you first. Cooperate over here. It'll upset the agrarians, but that's it. Yeah, we're going to try to cooperate and then try to fold you in. And we'll probably hammer them only. Now, I want to get Excavation 2 at some point, because way over here, mineral extraction requires Excavation 2. Let's see, it's mid-37. Yeah, we'll just grab it now. It's going to be fine. And decision available. More speeches. I mean, I may as well. I'll get some more passive loyalty boosts from some of our trees, so I might want to work on the agrarians because they are a lot lower right now. Let's boost them first. So we're burning through a fair amount of political power. There is a decision somewhere right here. Abolish the Tarnovo Constitution. Cuts the cost of those actions in half. They cost 10 instead of 20. There you go. It's time to destroy the IMRO, except I don't have manpower to actually do it. I'm going to say cooperate with these guys and hope we can avoid the coup that way. Let's do a recruit. So you're tough. You are a commando and an infiltrator. I guess we'll just do this. And I'm going to have you build an intel network in Yugoslavia. And then we're going to see if we can't flip them politically. Oh, I can do the anti-IMRO propaganda. Removes one of the penalties that the IMRO have. Yeah, let's do that first. Then we can start improving relations without as much of a penalty. Australia declares independence. Oh, actually, I think maybe that was New Zealand first. More independence. Yep, not really a surprise. Uh-huh. Maybe we can flip some of them communist. That could be interesting. Let me boost the agrarian a little bit more. Okay, conspirator exposed. I'd lose a general, delay coup. Yeah, no, we have to take the option to delay the coup attempt. Like, give us time to bring you into the government before you decide to just overthrow the government. Please? Thanks, that would be much appreciated. Pop right over here. Yeah, then we're just going to power through all the cooperate with the federal opinions from that point on. Concentrated Industry 3 is done. We can't get any of these because they're ahead of time. I don't know if we need the fuel refining yet, although it would be a safe get. It's a little too early for this. Maybe I'll grab the fighters. We're not building the fighters yet, but we may as well grab that. Yeah, let me just wait over here and then get the points. There we go. Cooperate with Zveno. Okay, that's done, that's done. I'll appoint communist ministers and we'll start working down there. But now what we want is we're going to allow the Zveno to have speeches. We're going to keep working on that. They got 30 loyalty, which isn't great. Popularity is 55. But hopefully we can bring them into the government before they overthrow us. Again, that would be the goal. Okay. Overthrow the Tsar. I'll retire a few people. Yeah, we can do this with just 30% support. We can't actually become communist without also having some work done with the broad socialists and agrarians, although we're working in the right direction. But, and this is really weird, the Fatherland Front, you can't choose it if you're communist. So one of the following must be true. Either you have to be not communist, or you have to be at peace with the Soviet Union, and we have to be in a war against someone, oh shit, we're not paused, against a major who is not communist. Like, that's the easiest way for us to do the Fatherland Front, which has huge perks for us, is to simply not become communist yet. But that's okay, because we'll work our way down here. No special requirements. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll just burn our way down to the Fatherland Front as quickly as possible. We do need, the broad socialists have to be fully integrated before we get here. Otherwise, people just have to like us, but that should be okay. I guess we'll do the hunger strike again. Stars Agora. Oh, this is the Nazis. The National Social Movement, emulating the methods used by the Union of Young Bulgarian Legions years ago to increase its popularity, has organized a march from Sofia to Stara Zagora. Walking by torchlight like the Nazis did they have tiki torches? Protesters demand more drastic measures to oppress and eradicate subversive Bolshevik groups, the creation of a national workers' syndicate against the class struggle, and more active state intervention in Bulgarian economy and society. So far, it seems the match has become quite popular among urban youth, so if we want to stop this type of demonstration, we better do it sooner rather than later. You can just say, it's not even an original protest. Okay, let's compare. Either way, fascism support goes a little higher. Either way, we unlock the ability to repress them. This does make them more popular and give them more popularity. Yeah, we're going to go with option. I don't like that we're losing some stability, but I think that's the thing we want to do. And then over here, oh, we can do more. We'll do the joint act with them. So yeah, I have to make sure to swallow up. How many of these decisions here? Socialists like that one. They like that one. They like that one. So really, I want to do all three of these and then do the last step to integrate them, in theory. We're going to keep researching our doctrines. That's going to be okay. How far are we? We need a lot more loyalty, so we can actually be pretty aggressive with that. We're not quite 38. I could get the first level radar. We're going to want it eventually, but it's really not going to be a very high priority. Oh, yeah, let's keep working on artillery tech here, please. Let's do the joint act. Okay. Yeah, low manpower, no resources. Japan declares war on China. Resources are actually okay. Construction is still happening. Okay, appoint communist ministers will give us political power, communism support, and a new advisor, and the socialists like it. Yeah, we're going to unify the bourgeois movement. If we want to fight fascism in Bulgaria, we must unify the bourgeois movement into a common movement. To achieve this, the Bulgarian Communist Party must seek cooperation with the socialists, leaving behind the differences between us for the greater good. The greater good. Man, I gotta watch Hot Fuzz again. What a great movie. India declares independence. I mean, it's kind of only a matter of time here. Okay. I don't think there's anything dramatic. I think this split here, I think the Republicans are going to win out over here. And they tend to have a communist bias. It'll be interesting to see where that goes. Man, there's a lot of these. Okay, we'll do the joint act. That's going to be fine. I think the joint acts are one-time things. Because you do this... maybe not. Maybe they're not. The legalizer one-time. Yeah. So some of these are one-time, some of them are repeatable. We should work on doing the one-times because sometimes they lead to other good stuff. We're about to hit 38, which means we'll be able to do our next computer tech, our next electronics tech. Yeah, alright, legalize it, because that's going to be a one-time thing, right? I assume. Yeah, then it unlocks fund and appoint. Yes, okay. 38 is now here, so we can grab computing machine. We've got political power. We get some. We keep spending on what we're doing here, but it means pretty legit. How you doing, Germany? Yeah, we don't know. Tonight, American and British gunships attacked by Japanese aircraft. Right. Tensions are running high between the United States and Japan. Uh-huh. Are you going to join the war early? Huh. What does that mean? What does any of this mean? Things are confusing, that's what it means. But at least things in Bulgaria are not too bad. Yeah, we'll appoint this. Something we're going to have to do regardless. There we go, unified. Hungary renounces the Treaty of Trianon. Signed by them, under protest, greatly reduce their country's side, limiting their strength. Yeah, that might be a little dangerous for us. I don't know. United Front against fascism, please. Excellent. And yeah, the broad socialists have to go away before we can do the next one. So let's hammer that home. And I think when we integrate them, I think it will upset the other factions because they're kind of jealous. We might want to grab a little bit of random stuff over here. I think if we're going to do anything, it's just going to be close air support, which is mostly the battlefield support focus. All the trees have helpful things for everything, but let's do a little bit of this. Again, it's not time-gated, and it's ultimately something we're going to want anyway, so let's just drop that in there. Although, am I still doing... Yeah, I'm still doing artillery focus. Good, good, good. Because I think in 30... Maybe 38. 38 or 39, we can actually just unlock the next level artillery and work on that first. Oh! Worker strikes are done, and in fact, civilian factories are ready to go. What do we have? 20 of these? I think I will start some military factories, although we still have the huge production penalty, but... Nah. Let's start it up. Okay. We need a little bit more. Interwar artillery is good. Yeah, it's 39 over here, so we're not going to rush that one. Let's do this, the 38 infantry tech, and then we can actually be in a good position to start the 39 infantry tech, basically right there. Ooh. Despite the fact the agrarians and communists have not had a great history of cooperation previously, it seems that finding a common objective in overthrowing the government has managed to unite certain wings in the National Agrarian Union and the Communist Party. Some of the agrarians have decided to leave the organization and join the communists, while others, more conservative, remain faithful to both. So the popularity of them are going away, because I guess people are leaving it, but the ones that are there are more loyal, and because they're currently loyal to the government, which is interesting, but works well for me. So to integrate over here, we need a faction loyalty of 100, which we're just 10 away. This is going to give us how much? Just 5. So I need to hit one of these, like, fund or whatever to bring them up. Okay, that's fine. Tsar's puppet. Marxist philosopher. Now that's cool, because we get political power gain, research speed, and communist support. Not as much as a revolutionary, but this is a great dude to throw in. Yes, 100% let's do that. I mean, that'll cost us some political power, which might delay us hitting the next button for the broad socialist, but I think is going to be fine. I mean, we've got a few days over here. Yeah, no, we're going to be okay there. Actually, do we get political power for finishing this? We do, actually, so it's going to be fine. Change in popular fascism goes down, which seems like a pretty good idea. These guys here are the fascists, 18% right now, and dipping down slowly. Well, because we're increasing our communist support, which is going to be nice. We're at 31% communist support, which is great because it's enough for us to overthrow the Tsar. We only needed 30% for that. So actually, I think the timing of things are lining up very nicely. Meanwhile, Spain's probably going to win that. British Empire over here. Ooh. Integrate? Integrate. Let's do it. So yeah, it's going to upset everyone a little bit, but it's got to happen at some point. Interestingly enough, it does drop the support for communism. Gives us stability. No, I mean, we're going to do this. Bring them into the government. That's going to be okay. Bam. And we need it anyway for the fatherland stuff. So get that out of the way, and then we'll see about boosting the mood of some of these others a little bit. Because we need them over 50%. Oh, okay, whoa, whoa! Alright, things are happening. We got our united front against fascism. That's lovely. Spain... Okay, one of the wars ended, and we'll probably wrap up the others soon. And Austria got Anschlussed. Well, we'll see how it works out for everyone. So we haven't integrated the socialists yet. They're close. And the Zveno are not above 50. They're at 50. So I think we have time, because we're going to do this, and then we're going to hit the button for the Zveno. We've got enough time to do some other national focus somewhere in there. We want to just overthrow the Tsar right now? Actually, that'll give us the boost that we need with the Zveno. Yeah, do it. Done. Okay. Sorry, Tsar. Zvar, you haven't been that useful anyway. You've got the political power penalty over here. You've got some pretty poor stats overall. It's time to get rid of you. Our stability is actually pretty good, although I suspect we'll probably lose a little bit as we go and do some kerfufflage over here. But yeah. All right, I think our conversion to communist is going fairly smooth. Okay, peace deal. Reorganized government of China was puppeted. Interesting. China has capitulated in a way that I wasn't quite expecting. Imperial Protectorate of Japan. Mm-hmm. Interesting, yeah. I don't think I've ever seen this exact conclusion to that war before. I'm not sure that it's meaningfully different than some of the things that we normally see, but I don't think I've seen it with that giant puppet. Oh. Okay, the Zveno want a coup. Oh my god, half a year away. Oh! If the Fatherland Front has been formed, this will abort the coup. Well, that should be fine. Because when we finish this, we'll get the boost to our relationship. Although we might lose some. We might still have to do one more suck-up to the Zveno. I think we're going to have time, though. I wonder what actually, like, triggers this to start. It's just, mean time to do. We had the one event where we did go after the one dude to try to slow it down. I mean, it wasn't even on the list yet, but presumably it stopped it from starting to count down. Maybe it has, like, an internal counter from, like, 1,000 days or something at the start of the game. Okay. The broad socialists have been integrated, and that is going to upset the Zveno because, someone else got in government. So we are going to have to go and hammer them. We want to bolster to gain a bunch of extra dudes. Yeah. Go ahead and do one of those. For sure. Oh, we don't have enough support. %. I guess when we integrated the guys, that hurt us. Okay, I'm not going to start something here because I want to be able to click the Fatherland Front the second it becomes available. So we need to get the Zveno and the Agrarian above 50%, and then we can do the Fatherland Front. Maybe I have time. How long? Okay, no, we've got enough time to run a policy in this. Because it's 70 days and we've got 160 days to kill. There's nothing over on the right-hand side that I can do. I don't want the naval base. I mean, we're going to have to go through this at some point, but now's a great time to grab some of this industrial stuff. That's the industrial buildings first. And what decision is available here? Oh, we can improve worker conditions if we needed more stability, but right now we're okay, so I'm going to toggle that off. And actually, we're going to stare at this like a hawk. Go to speed 5, and just be ready to hit more of these buttons. This, I don't know, does it give them it gives them +5, so we're going to have to run one other to get them above 50, and then we'll have to run one for the agrarians. Luckily, these are all pretty quick, which is nice. We're not in 39. You know, we have a lot of mountain territory. Let's go and unlock this. Because, I mean, it's mountains, it's hills. Yeah, Alpine divisions would be pretty handy. I'm not going to modify the government right now, because I'm waiting for kind of all of our ministers to become available. Okay, we do need one more to send them over the top. Plus 10. 7 days, 14 days. It's twice as long, but gives us twice as much for the points. And the timing is still working out okay. If we just do this one, we'll be above 50. And then we do one for the Zveno, we'll be above 50, and then we can go to the fatherland. Okay. Let's hope I don't screw this up. I would hate to, like, start a giant civil war in an awkward way here. Computing machine. We're going to get anti-tank, actually. I don't think we're going to have the means to generate armor. I think we'll want some anti-tank components added in here. Decisions. Okay. Zveno need to go. Done. Socialist Renovation Directory. Interesting. Oh, and we've got free military factories. We can start artillery production. And then we're going to boost that to there, and then do something like that. Okay. I'm so nervous. I don't like this timer. My hands are sweating. Oh, you know what? This video's gone on pretty long. I think we're going to put a cut in here. I know. But honestly, it's going to take enough time here that we're not just on the cusp of the cliffhanger. I think, so we do this, and then we should just be able to choose our next policy. I think we're okay. We'll see how it goes. Folks, thanks a lot for watching. As always, of course, subscription, likes, comments, those are really, really appreciated. They make a big difference for the YubTub algorithms. I'm going to see you guys next time. Bye-bye.